So if you write, the state can be defined with some set of number itself also, or some alphabet also. So for example, if you see the integer number of the state, so if the various element equal to 0, 1 and 2, we can define the state equal to s equal to what? S equal to, this is a combination of the state. Okay, so in the curly braces, okay, inside the curly braces we can define the particular number. Okay, the 0, 1 and the 2. Are you able to see this one, student? This one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we can define the state is a collection of the integer number over here inside the curly braces. Okay, next we can use the ellipses also. So ellipses we can use only when there is a clear meaning of represent that state. Okay, so if you notice here, ellipses we are using here. Okay, so a b c then dot dot and z. So here it is a clear meaning that we try to mention here a b c d e f, all the alphabet till the z. Okay, so when there is a clear meaning, we can use the ellipses also, or ellipsis we can say the dot also. Okay, so if you represent some alphabet, we can use this one, or while we are representing some integer value or positive integer value, okay, we can use the with the number. Okay, and more specifically or explicitly you can write the set also. So whenever you want to explicitly mention some particular value, we can use this notation. Okay, so x belongs to I, where this one I greater than 0 and I is even. Okay, so how to read out this one? The s belongs to all the elements of I. Okay, so how to read this one? This is the explicit explanation of the set. Okay, so one way we have seen that we can write the set like this way. Okay, directly we can specifically write all the element inside that state, and another way or explicitly we can use this notation like the s belongs to all the set of I. Okay, so how to read this one? The set, this S is a set of all I. Okay, so and this is we can say that whereas, okay, or you can say the such as that this colon, no, the colon is read it like the such that the I is greater than 0. So this symbol is greater than 0 and I is even. So here you can notice that we are telling that a state is a combination of all the integer or even value, okay, and greater than 0 value. Okay, so this way we can represent the set also. Okay, and another representation of the set is that whenever if some set, okay, so whenever if some set is no element, okay, if some element set is no element, then we can call it is a null set or the empty set. Okay, and this is represented by the symbol this one, only the curly braces or like the null value. Okay, so if you notice here, we can represent this one like the curly braces or the equal to this null. Is it clear, student? What is empty set and how to explicitly write the set element? Is this clear, student, up to this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We have the different set operation also. So we are discussing here the basic three operation, that is the union, intersection and the differences. Okay, so we can represent the union of two sets. Okay, uh, so here we can represent the union of two sets, like the S, it is the union of the set 1 and the set 2, and it is combined all the elements of X and such that X belongs to S1 or X might be belongs to X2. Okay, so union of set 1 or set 2 is representing all the value of X such that this X is belongs to either the set 1 or either S2. Okay, that is known as the union. Whereas if you we talk about this intersection. Okay, so intersection is representing all value of x such a way that x is belongs to x S1, the set 1, and the S2 also belong to this set 2. Okay, so this is the intersection, and the difference we represent through the value of all x value, whereas this x belongs to set 1 and x that does not belong to set 2. Okay, so we understand this one with the Venn diagram, so it will be clear your concept. Okay, so there is the concept of the union. Okay, so what is called set union? The union of two sets. Okay, so if you notice here, we are talking about the union operation here. So union of two set is the set containing all the elements that are present in set A and also in the set B or in the set B or possibly in the both. Okay, so here is the concept like if you notice this A is this one set and B is one set, that we represent the union of this set A and the set B through the shaded area. So you can notice that shaded area is the whole the circle we are shaded over here. So either the element represent whether in a set A or whether it is in the set B, or it might be the common to the set A or set B. All the element is represented through the union of these two sets. Okay, so for example, if you say see this A is represented through the value 1 and 2, and this B is represented through the value 2 and 3. Okay, then if you do the union operation, then we can get the value for this set A and set B, we get the 1 2 3. Okay, so we are not repeating the 2 over again. Okay, so we are combining these and represent through all the elements that has the set A and the set B. Okay, so thus how do we write that one? The x belongs to A union B if and only if other x belongs to A or whether x is belongs to set B. Get that? So we can say other way that union of A and B set is equivalent to the union of the B and A set. Get that? So in case of the union operation, if you write the interchangeably the name of the set, it does not matter, but it is not case for the other operations. Okay, so if remember this point, that at the time of the union operation, it does not matter the how do you union the various sets. Get that, student? And this is known as a Venn diagram. Is this clear how to do the union operation? Okay. Next is the intersection. So in case of the intersection of the two sets, if this is the A set A and the set B, and we represent this shaded area. Okay, this shaded area is the intersection value. Okay, intersection set. Okay, so intersection of two sets like the set A and the set B is denoted with this the reverse U. Okay, so this is the reverse of the union, so you can represent this A intersection B. Okay, and it consists of all the elements that are both in the A and B. Okay, so it is not combining this white part area A and the B, all the elements, but rather that the common element that is having the A and the B. Okay, so if you take this example, A represent through the value 1 and 2, and we do the intersection with the value like the B representing through the 2 and 3, then the intersection set equal to represented through the value with the 2. Okay, only 2, because this is only the common thing that is we can consider is the intersection point, intersection value of both the set. Okay, so we can represent this one with the Venn diagram. Okay, and the value we will get, that is the 2. Okay, Next is the difference. So we can do the operation like we can find out the difference of the two sets. So it is represented like the this subtraction symbol, okay, minus symbol. So a minus b, that is the, we can calculate the difference between the set and the set b. It is consists of the element that are not present in the that are present in the A but not in the B. Okay, so through this diagram it is very easy to understand that if this is the A and some portion of the A is also part of B, then we must eliminate that part also. So here we can, if you see, this A is represented like 1 to 3 and B is represented with the value like the element like the 3 and 5. Okay, so here you can see that A minus B, that is the differences set A to set B, we can get what? We have to eliminate the common thing, okay, 3 and 5, okay, and what is left over here? 1 and 2. So A minus B equal to get what? 1 minus 2. Get that? So this is the shaded area that is represent the difference of the set A and the set B. Okay. Okay, next is the operation, that is the complementation. So what is complementation? So complementation is the value that or it consists of all the elements that is not is a part of the set. Okay, so if you represent this complement of set S is denoted by S bar. Okay, so whenever you get the bar of any particular set, then we can understand that is representing the complement of the that particular set. Okay, so the if some set has some value and S bar is representing or consisting all the element that is not in this set. Okay, so S bar is the having the element that is not part of the S. Get that? So to understand this one, there is a another concept you must to understand, that the universal set. So if you see, this is the universal set of the U, and then all the possible elements of this U, like the complement of the S, we can represent like the complement of S equal to all the X value, where this X we represent it through the belong to X, and whereas but the value that is not belong to the set. Okay, are you getting that? So if you notice here, this is the like the set, this one, no? So if we are thinking instead of this is S, if you think it is the U, the universe, and this is one only the set, then the complement of this A will be this part. Okay, this one part, this part. Get that? Is this clear up to this, student? And at this point we already discussed that the set with no element we call it is the empty set or the null set, and it is represented through this. Okay, so from the definition of the all the set operation, that we come to know that the union of the set with the null value, we can say that is the differences between this S through the null value we can get the S, and also through the intersection of the set with the null value we will get the null itself, and the complement of the null we get the universal set, and the complement of S we will get the set S. Okay, so if you do the double complement we will get the set itself. Okay, so this is the very important operation with the null of value we can do, and we will get this value. Is this clear, student? This how we define the different definition of the set over here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. There is another important law, that is the De Morgan's law. Okay, so here this two operation is very much useful in our different operation or the calculation or solving the problem, that is known as the De Morgan's law. So we just remember this law. We are not going to prove this law. Okay, so proving it can be done, but it is a very lengthy process. Okay, so this for the time being, you remember the De Morgan's law, that is known as the union of the state 1 and the state 2, union of the state 1 and the state 2 complement will be equivalent to the complement of S1 and intersection of the complement of the S2. And this is the opposite one. The intersection of the state 1 and state 2 complement will be like the union of the complement of set 1 and the complement of the set 2. Okay, next is the concept of the subset. Okay, so what is a subset? Okay, so any set like the set A is said to be the subset of the set B if and or if all the elements of the set are also present in the set B. Okay, so in other words, what we can say, that set is a content inside the set B. So we can understand this with this example, like if any set, okay, set has the elements like x and y, and there is another set, this is the set B, and has the element x, y, z. Okay, then we can say that the A is a subset of B. Okay, so if you notice here, this A, okay, sorry, A has the element what? The x and y, and B, set B has the element x, y, and z. Okay, then we can say the set A is a subset of set B, because from here we can see that x, y, and has the x, y, z. Okay, so A is a subset of set B. Okay, so subset is represented through this symbol. Okay, can you notice this one? So in the set theory, the subset is denoted with the symbol this one, and it is read as a subset of. Okay, so this is read as a subset of. Okay, and using this symbol we can express the subset as follows, like a subset of B, and which means that the set A is a subset of set B. Okay, so what can be happen, the maximum the set A can have all the elements of the set B also. Okay, so a subset can equal to be a set. Okay, so that is contain all the elements of the other set B. Okay, so we can, if you find out all the subset of a set, no. So through this example, if we ask to find out all the subset of set, okay. So for this example, we will understand this with this example. Okay. So if you notice here, we are defining one set here, set A, and if you ask to find out all the subset, we can write the subset like this is the empty set. Okay. So empty set also a part of as a subset of a set. So we can represent a subset through this one. Okay, this empty curly braces, and we can represent the subset like the only the set 1, the set 2, and the subset 3 and subset 4, or it could be the combination of the 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, or 3 4, or 2 4, or 3 4, or it could be combination of like the 1 2 3, like any combination of the 3 4 2 3 4 and 1 3 4, and at max it can be combination of the whole set, no, the 1 2 3 4. So you can notice here there is no difference of this one and this one. Get that? So this is also, we can say, it is a subset of this set. Get that? And also separately we can represent this one is a subset of the set A. Okay, or it could be combination of the 1 2, or it could be combination of the 1 2 3, this element. Okay, and max to max it is can be combination of the elements like the 1 2 3 and 4. It is clear, student, subset concept?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, So we have seen there is a two type of the subset, that one is the proper subset and there is the improper subset. Okay, so what is called this proper subset? So the proper subset is one that contain the few elements of that original set. Okay, not all the all the element. Okay, so proper subset we are calling the subset that is contain few elements of the original set, whereas the improper subset it contains every element of the original subset. Okay, if you see earlier example, or this is another example. So if a set is 2 3 2 4 6, then the various subset we can find out here. Okay, so we separately one digit or two digit or the three digit. Okay, or the null set, or we can represent it through this way also. So the proper subset will be consist of these, the empty set and the single set. Okay, and where the improper subset is represented like the element of all the element of the original set. Okay, that's why it is called the improper subset. Okay, improper subset, you can notice here the it is the having all the element as it is in the original subset. Okay, okay, that. So we have seen that there is a proper subset concept and the proper and improper subset, and also we have the concept of the set is could be the finite set when it has the finite number of elements. Okay, otherwise if it is go the infinity, or then you can say this set is the infinite set. Okay, and we can find out the size of the finite set because the number of the element it is defined. Okay, then we can find out the size of the finite set, and it is represented this bar like the set name. Okay, so we can find out the size through this one. Okay, and it give the set, normally it has the many subset. Okay, and also the set of all the subset of this S is called the power set of S. Okay, so power set is represented through 2 to the power S. Okay, so we can notice that if through this example, if you see this one, no, if S is a set of various elements like A, B, C. Okay, then we can find out its power set like this. The 2 to the power S equal to, it could be combination of all the set, all its subset. Okay, so it is might be the null value and A and B, C, AB, AC, BC and ABC. Okay, so this is the power set of this set. Okay, so if you represent this set through this ABC, then we get the power set of this set equal to this one. Get that? And if you find out the size of this particular set ABC, okay, is equal to ABC, then what will be the size? Okay, size will be 3. Okay, and what will be the size of this power set? That is the 8. Okay, so this gives the results like the relation between the power set equal to, we can find out the 2 to the power S size of the set. Okay, so size of the power set you can find out to the equation, that is 2 to the power the size of the set. Okay, so if this is the set and this is the power set, then we can find out the size of both the set and the power set. Is this clear, student? How do we find out the size? Anyone, please respond.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then we have the concept of the Cartesian product. So in many cases, what happen? The elements of a set are order sequence of elements. Okay, then from the other set also. So in that case, we call it is a Cartesian product of the set. So Cartesian product of the two sets is represented through the order pair, and we can write like if S is the Cartesian product, okay, Cartesian product of the set 1 into the set 2, we can having all the value of the X and the Y such that the X belongs to set 1, whereas this element of the Y that is belongs to X2. Okay, so with the example, if you understand this one, if S1 is having the element 2 and 4, whereas S2 is having the element like the 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, then if you find out the Cartesian product, that is S1 into S2, the set 1 into set 2. Okay, so there is a order of creating the state. Okay, so if you notice here, if you find out the Cartesian product, then we have to do the calculation like the set 1 multiply with the set 2, no? So we will do the set like the 2 and 2. This set 1 with having the all combination of the set 2, then second element of the set 1 and the all the element of the set 2. Okay, so here you notice this is the not haphazard combination of all these. This is the order combination of the set. Okay, so S and the, this 2 into 2. Okay, then 2 into 3, and this 2 into 5, and then 2, 6. And whenever we finish the operation, then we take the second element, the 4, and then 4 and 2, this one. Okay, and 4 and 3, and 4 and 5, and 4 and 6. Okay, so here if you notice that we have the 4 and 2. Okay, so in this pair, what happened, we get the pair 4 and 2 in the S1 and S2 Cartesian product, but not the 2 and like not the reverse way, the 2 and 4. Okay, it is not there. Okay, so this notation is extended. We can write this notation more than 2 set also. So this way we can write the Cartesian product, the S1, S2, and this is dot is clear, meaning that S3, S4 and up to the Sn. Then we can do the operation like the S1, S2 and up to the Xn. Okay, all the combination of the x's where this x I is that belongs to the any Cartesian this set I. Okay, so this way we can do the operation of the Cartesian, find out the Cartesian product of the two sets. Okay, student, is this clear up to this? How to find the Cartesian product?
Yes, ma'am.
So from this conclusion, no, we can say that the set can be divided by separating into its various what subset. No, so if the S1, S2, S3, and Sn are the various subset of any the original set S, then we can have these following properties like the subset of S1, S2 up to the S1 is mutually disjoint, we can say, and the union of the S1 or S2 or union of S3 or up to the Sn, we can say we get the original set S. Okay, and none of the S1 if have the empty value, then we can say that S1, S2 is a partition of the S. Okay, so if there is no empty set, then we can call it is the partition of the S. Okay, S1, S2 is various part, or we can say the partition of the S. Okay, so I quickly review the various concepts of the S, the set theory over here. So please copy this one carefully by understanding this one, and then you write all these notes, how to calculate the subset and how to calculate the union operation and intersection operation, and find out the difference and the complement, and what is the value of the like the complement of the state, and if some inverse value is given there. Okay, and how to calculate the state and the size of the state, and how to find out the size of the like the power state also. So by this I want to discuss today. Students, any doubt on this topic?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, just hold on. I will call your name for attendance. Okay, please respond to your attendance. Manisha Sharma, are you there?
Present, ma'am.
Dheeraj.
Yes, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Okay. Purba. Shisham.
Present, ma'am.
Urgen.
Present, ma'am.
Prasanna. Madhav.
Yes, ma'am.
Abhichandra.
Present, ma'am.
Rohit.
Yes, ma'am.
Shamten.
Present, ma'am.
Nunita.
Present, ma'am.
Rajat.
Present, ma'am.
Abhinandan.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Dibyani Sharda.
Present, ma'am.
Narbu Tamang. Shujata Rai.
Present, ma'am.
Akasdeep.
Present, ma'am.
Abhin Subba.
Yes, ma'am.
Aishwarya Kashyap.
Present, ma'am.
Sharon Guru.
Present, ma'am.
Abhijit Chhetri.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Anisha Chhetri.
Present, ma'am.
Devanjita Datta.
Present, ma'am.
Abhishek Singh. Mingma Dorji Sherpa.
Present, ma'am.
Sharad Bhujel.
Present, ma'am.
Sharad. Okay. Okay, student. You
Yes,
can
ma'am.
leave today. Okay. If you don't have any question or doubt, I took your attendance.
Ma'am, our name didn't come.
What is your name?
Tanuja.
Okay. Tanuja Yanukta. You were there, no? Yukta also you are there?
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, students. So as this is a very mathematical subject, no? So don't miss the class, because if you think this is the theory part and will be passed, it is very difficult for you. It need more practice on the do the calculation. Okay. So attend all the class. Okay, and don't only at merely joining the MS team and leave that. It is not will be work. Okay, student. Okay, Furba, I mark you. You can leave all. Okay, take care, all of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, anyone saying something? Prasanna? Yes, Prasanna, you are not audible. Okay, I marked you. Present. Anything else, you can call me. Okay. I give you the attendance if you're able to hear me.